5 ghosts caught on camera. The Seance Witch. Paranormal investigator Brad Mack and his team were investigating a place called The Cage in a little town called St. Osyth in England. The town and the site has a dark history. Starting in the year 1582, this building was used as a prison. But not just any prison. The jail was used to confine and execute women convicted of witchcraft. Brian Mack says that during his paranormal investigation, his team heard strange footsteps and whispers. They saw lights flicker for no reason, and they even felt something bite or pinch them on several occasions. One member of their team, named Vanessa, was so shaken that she absolutely refused to stay in the building after dark. But the most bizarre incident was yet to come. Late that night, the group decided to perform a seance to contact the ghosts of the convicted women who had died there. As Brian Mack watched and recorded from another room, he saw something very strange happen to a woman in the group.
Your face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Oh, weird, man. Your eyes were... Your face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Oh, weird, man. Your eyes were black.
One seance member's face actually begins to change and contort into something that can only be described as horrific. Her nose seems to grow and her mouth stretches into a bizarre inhuman grin right in front of their camera. Fearing for the woman's safety, they call down and remove her from the group. After the seance, the woman has a strange burn mark down the back of her neck, even though she had been dressed in several layers of clothing. She later said that after the incident, she experienced horrible nightmares and bizarre occurrences around her home. So, was this some supernatural possession by a ghost caught on camera? Or just a bizarre trick of the light? Let me know what you think down in the comments. The Vickers Hill Ghost. The city of Armagh in Northern Ireland has a grim and ghostly past. The city is one of the oldest in Ireland and is believed to have been an ancient pagan ceremonial spot. The site of Vickers Hill in Armagh is said to be one of the most haunted areas of the city, home to the infamous Green Lady ghost. In this clip, a woman driving her car on Vickers Hill doesn't see the Green Lady, but does catch a strange supernatural encounter all her own. The man in the video seems to walk across the road and disappear right into a wall that surrounds the Church of Ireland Cathedral. He seems to be dressed in Georgian fashion, a style of clothing that hasn't been worn in the city for over 200 years. Singapore Highway Ghost. Oddly enough, this next video was posted to the Singapore road safety site, roads.sg, a site which usually posts videos and information about Singapore traffic. The post shows someone driving on a busy Singapore highway late at night when they spot something very unexpected in the middle of the road. The car caught the image of the girl in both its front and rear dash cams. The story was picked up by several online tabloid sites, and some viewers suggested that the girl seemed to be floating in the road. Now, to me, it actually looks like a girl balancing herself on the divider in the middle of a very dangerous highway, which is pretty bizarre either way. But what do you think? Is it just a dangerous balancing act, or is it a ghost caught on camera? Let me know down in the comments. Bank Ghost Girl. Workers at the Credit Bank BCP in Peru were hanging out after business hours having a chat as one of them tested out the camera on his new phone. Suddenly, he catches something very strange in the background of the video.
Sí, pero lo que pasa es que ese era el mongol de Alonso, que medio bestia es.
Oye, yo te diría, pues, toda la vida por tu 50% no puedes hacer las cosas bien. ¡Venga! ¡Venga!
¿Cómo se quiere que la gente no quiere?
¿Por qué tan lejos? No, porque claro, tío. Esta marina está al centro, pero al fondo. Al fondo. ¿Es por donde hubo el incendio, no?
Hay tres, pues hay tres.
Oye, huevón, en la cámara acaba de pasar ahorita una niña corriendo.
¿Así?
He tells his workmate that he just saw the shadowy figure of a little girl run behind him.
Oye, en la cámara acaba de pasar ahorita una niña corriendo.
¿Así?
Oye, la niña que llora.
Mentiroso.
Oye, te juro que en la cámara acaba de pasar ahorita.
His co-workers don't seem to believe him, so the man goes to check, but nothing there. Footage from a second bank security camera shows the bank's front doors seeming to open. And then close, all on their own. Secret swimmer. Kim Davison and her friend Jessie took their children swimming at Lockyer Creek in Queensland, Australia. At one point, Kim's daughter claimed that she felt something grabbing her leg, but her mom thought nothing of it, assuming the girl had just brushed up against a stick or some other piece of debris floating in the water. Later, Kim took a photo of herself, Jessie, and their 3 children splashing around in the creek. But when Kim looked back at her photo, she saw something that chilled her to the core. There appeared to be a 4th, ghost child, swimming right along beside them. After the strange photo was posted to Facebook, the story became even creepier. One viewer did a little digging and discovered that a young girl named Doreen O'Sullivan had drowned at that exact spot 100 years earlier. So is this just a strange reflection in the water? Or is this little Doreen O'Sullivan's ghost caught on camera?